God. Man, I don't look under here often. But when I tell you that this thing is freaking mint, I absolutely mean it. Not a speck of rust on this 49,000 original mile beauty. So first car I've ever had that has 4 Cinatos on it, so that is spicy. It does ride good. Alright, let's get under there, you trusty Harbor Freights. Jack, let's draw up some more. I really am so tired of this weather, guys. It's probably the most frustrating thing about winter is the cold weather. I just don't get a chance to be out here and actually enjoy being out here when it's cold, because when it's cold it sucks. It's okay with my heater because I gotta stand directly in front of it. How are we looking? Okay, she's sitting down. Alright. Now, she's mobile. I should have swept, honestly. Alright, how mobile are you? Oh yeah, you're pretty mobile. I gotta get the wheels. Wheels gotta rotate. But she should move. She should move easily once I get it, situated. Can't really do anything until the 240 is moved. I'll probably get out here in a couple of days and do it. So, nice little video cut here. Man. Also, something that I never knew was a thing, but the freaking hood struts failed. It's probably because they're the crappy carbon fiber ones. But, yeah. I had the hood up when I was, checking to see what was going on with the engine. And I left it up, and I think the cold weather got to it. But, yeah, I came out one day, and the hood was shut. It was latched. And, yeah, so I think they just failed. So, what we're not going to do is leave the hood up when it's cold outside. So, we're just going to shut that and be on our merry way. Alright, got everything ordered for this car to get it going again. We're gonna have to do some checking here, actually. Let's do a quick peek and see what we have for the Evo. I think I stored all my Evo stuff up here. I'm gonna use you guys as eyes. Aha! I think that's it. Alright. Let's look in. Oh no, that's Supra stuff. Ignore that. Thanks. What else? Where are we at? That's not it. Well, that's another throwout bearing for the Evo. I'm gonna need this actually because it's got the alignment tool. I have a box here somewhere that has Evo stuff in it. I gotta find it. Aha! I found them. Alright, so I don't think I need to replace any of the actual bearings. I do have a brand new tensioner. I have a whole slew of gaskets. Okay, I don't know how much of this. I think there's a valve cover gasket in there. Got some nice manifold gaskets. Another intake gasket. I got this nice main. Oh, we got a water pump gasket. That's useful. Okay. I got a fuel rail, which I don't need. Alex. Yeah, I got tons of seals and gaskets. These are just all leftover things. I even have shift rods or shift linkage for the actual transmission. So yeah, I'll probably do some searching and grab some gaskets while I'm at it. But everything is on its way. I don't know what's all in here. I think this is literally just the valve cover gasket, which I'll need, so that's not a big deal. Get a bunch of stuff ordered. I do want this car to be nice. Alright, time to really get fired up on this thing. I got everything to get it going again. Got this Athena Vulcan head gasket. The same thing that came out of it. It's time to pull this thing out. It looks like it's going to be a little bit tedious since this is my first time diving into this thing, but I'm going to actually do the best I can to not disconnect any lines. So I'm going to pull the power steering pump off the block, and same with the AC compressor. And we'll separate it from the block, and then we'll pull everything out together. Hopefully. Man, this is a lot more difficult than that car. Alright, well, so one step at a time. I got plenty of time, I don't have to rush. It won't be that bad. Alright, a little bit of a pain in the butt. And of course, always has to be hiding some sort of coolant. And now we got a great big freaking mess. Everywhere. Really annoying. Nice. We couldn't find any inherent issues with the reason why it lost compression. But some of these are a little burned. The rods are still good and everything. I'll probably sell the rods. I think it's just one piston that was a problem, but it can be replaced. We're about to do the full assembly now. Gonna do the cleanup procedure for everything, do the hone and stuff. So switching out, I'm going to Manly I-beams, which is the better rod that you can do before you would switch to aluminum rods. And then same pistons, HD 1400s. Did a ring gap measurement, and it would appear as these were set to 26 on the top and like 34 or something on the bottom, which is insane. Hey! So I think what we're going to do now is we're going to set the ring gaps on these to 27, 27, and that's what I did in the 240 years ago, and it seemed to work really, really well. Still working very, very well. This thing had a lot of blow-by. Oh, that's so nice. I had to do it. Spin it. Spin it. Spin it. Bop it. Kill it. Oh my God, don't drop it. Whoa! Settle down. my god. Slide it in there. Oh! Yeah! Oh! That was so spicy. Huge progress. The whole engine is assembled. We are waiting on a gasket. I made a mistake and I forgot to order the oil filter housing gasket, and we can't really do anything without that. So once we get that on, we'll be able to get the whole timing cover on, and then we'll take it off the stand, do the rest of it. I guess I got to do the oil pan also, but we got to clutch and then put it in the car with the transmission and stuff, etc. Get the manifolds and everything on it. It should be good to go. As it stands right now, I got the spark plugs in there, and cranking it over by hand, it definitely has a lot of compression, as it should, which is good. Makes me feel a lot better about this. But yeah, there it is. Completely built engine as it was before, just a little different. If anybody is interested, these R&R aluminum rods, perfectly fine. Ain't nothing wrong with them. This piston needs to be replaced. You could probably just send it if you wanted to. There's a tiny little spot right there in the valve valley. It looks a little bit rolled over. New rings and stuff, and order one piston. The rest of them are good. Probably take like 650 bucks for these. 700 shipped. You guys can have them for 700 shipped. But only reason I switched out is because how much steel rod. I would have just reused them, but I already have aluminum rods in that car, and I want to be able to just drive this on long distance drives, since this car still has everything, AC and power steering and everything that you would want in a creature comfort car. But there it is. Engine is assembled, ready to go. Thanks to the help from everybody and Schwan. Okay. So as soon as that gasket gets here, we'll go through another week of bullcrap weather, and then it's supposed to start getting warm again, hopefully. We should be set. Finally get both of these cars going again. And I gotta order some hood struts too, so I'll probably just place an order for some of those once these things freaking blew out. They look a little bit old, but that's okay. See that? That's what I'm talking about. They're freaking trash. They blew out. They're junk. It's probably because they're the carbon fiber ones. That's not even real carbon fiber. There we go. Another Evo update. Engine assembled, and in the next one, we will definitely be having it in the car and hopefully get it on the first start. But you never know. This isn't something I'm normally used to doing. With like 240 or something, I could easily just say, yeah, we'll get it. But with this, it's a little bit different. There are some things that were in unknown territory, even though I have done Evos before. It's just not as much as doing Jay-Z stuff. But there we go. Drop a like, follow the channel, and yeah, we got to start posting some shorts and stuff, because those are fun and easy to do. But there we go.